You know what? No, fuck your thing.
Somebody's a little grumpy. Somebody's a little grumpy.
Somebody over here is sitting on top of his glass house being like, oh, you guys don't do enough.
I don't lie about who I am. You're the one that's like trying to
You're sitting there on like your one thin pole left of your little house that you're saying, yo, don't worry, my house is totally going to get done, but it's just like a YouTube channel. It's never going to be done.
It'll get there.
Wow.
Just add that to your list of things you say you're going to do and you never do.
That's fine. I don't lie to myself, though. I acknowledge that. You're like, I do other things. And
I just said my computer for some reason is not working, and I wanted to get an episode out, and then you're over here like, what do you? You do nothing. I just told Bob all he could do is just slap on the intro and the post-edit. It takes 2 seconds.
So you're backseat editing him.
I'm not backseat editing. I used to edit this fucking show.
Is that why I sound like
He's
shit?
producing.
I'm an executive.
Actually, he's taking my job as the producer of this podcast.
You can have the...
what do I do then?
I'm the executive producer?
Let me just sit here and talk over you guys. And
you could just put me as a patron on our Patreon. I'll just
be... just make sure my name is spelled right on the check.
Special thanks, Brian Kelly.
No, I said...
Spelled Kelly.
Runner up.
No, I was saying I'm the most glorified, meaningless title ever. Executive producer.
At least it sounds fancy, though.
Exactly.
It's literally a title to make you feel better about yourself.
It's title masturbation.
I did. I would have went for metaphorical pat on the back, but I guess that works too.
No,
executive producer Bob Giaquinto.
Anyway, well, Futurama made the joke and then showed their executive producer in the opening credits.
I do. On a different note, though, I do think it is worth mentioning. In the movie world, we have had someone very near and dear fallen. Stan Lee. I keep thinking Stan Lee.
That's fair enough because I was at work today and I was telling people that Stan Lee died, and they're like, "Who's Stan Lee?" I'm like, ugh.
And in all honesty, I was never a big comic book person. Nothing against them. I knew Stan Lee as the guy that was the cameo guy in all the movies.
Well, yeah, that was something charming about him. Was that he was like one thing people loved about when you go see a Marvel movie? It's like, all right, what cameo is Stan Lee gonna do in this one?
He will forever be the DJ at the strip club.
DJ strip club during Deadpool.
Yes, yep,
or like one of the bystanders Spider-Man saves, or in the first Avengers movie, he was one of the guys to interview after everything goes down. He's like, superheroes, who needs them?
I'm just saying, I know he's done a lot in his life, but I think he should go down and remembered in the textbooks as the guy that was the DJ at the strip club in Deadpool. That's how I want to go.
Well,
I like in Age of Ultron where he was the security guard who said he was like, I can party, and he gets like 3 drinks in him, and he's like hammered trying to pick up Thor's hammer, but he can't.
I wonder how much acting he did. Like, I wonder if that was just Stan Lee. I just feel like the guy that the creative mind that came up with all of this universe. I'm sure he must have been like the craziest motherfucker in the world. I mean, he must have had. I just imagine him being such a fun person.
He was super fun. He had a YouTube channel for a little bit too, and I remember one of the cool things he was talking about was that he didn't like how DC did flying. He said that he didn't enjoy how Superman or Wonder Woman, how they flew. They just went like this, where they put their hand up in the air and just started flying.
Now, obviously, I know how Stan Lee did it, but Bob doesn't know. So how did Stan Lee do flying?
So, everyone who flies in Marvel all has, for Iron Man, he has rockets in his legs.
Is Superman Marvel or DC?
DC.
He's DC.
Okay, so that would also explain.
If it was a shit superhero movie, it was DC. Yes, I said it, and I will stand by it.
No, DC makes terrible live-action movies. They're only good at animated movies.
And TV shows.
I said like this. Marvel, fantastic at live-action. Shitty at animation.
Mm-hmm.
DC, fantastic at animation. Shitty at live-action.
Which one's Batman?
Batman is DC.
And there's... No, Batman, the animated Batman series, man.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we're saying.
So
I just said page. DC is makes fantastic animation.
Listen, whoa. There's action. 2 whole companies. You need to slow down, all right? There's a lot to keep up with here. Leave me alone.
Does he not?
Yeah, I guess not.
DC stands for Detective Comics. That's what Batman is. He's a detective.
Today I learned
He's
something.
a detective?
He's a detective.
Does that mean that Detective Pikachu is a DC movie?
Yes. No.
Is it? Oh, so yeah.
It's Nintendo.
We'll get to that in
Actually,
a bit,
technically, a Pokemon company.
I just love the scratching of the mic after you're like, hey, yeah, he's your Pokemon
Actually,
company.
technically, it's Pokemon Company.
Is this thing working?
I'd say it's more so a Pokemon Company IP than a Nintendo IP, because there has been legal issues between Nintendo and the Pokemon Company before.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's face it, if Pokemon was Nintendo, on the back of every Pokemon's head would be a Nintendo logo, because I get that brand on everything.
hey, that seal stands for quality.
Does it, though?
Yes.
I have seen some pretty shit-tier stuff come out.
I mean, yeah, people make shitty things before, like, in
But
their
it's
time.
got that
but
license. It's got that license on there. Glover happened. It's got that license.
Glover wasn't Nintendo.
It has
It was third party.
I'm just saying, it has the
Somebody else did that.
They put their logo on it. It has the
Yeah,
official
because
seal.
they put their seal on whatever they have in their consoles. But I'm just saying, if Nintendo has their hand in it, then it's usually good. Glover was third
I kind
party.
of just imagine the Master Hand from Smash Brothers. And
Is Glover just pissed off that his game sucked?
no, that's awesome, actually. That's way better than my story. I was just going to go with Nintendo having their hand in it. It's just the Master Hand, like, and just going into someone else's project.
That master hand is Masahiro Sakurai.
Is that confirmed, or is that?
I'm pretty sure that he said that in an interview that, like, that's him, his hand.
Who is my... I'm sorry.
Masahiro Sakurai is the creator of the Super Smash Brothers and Kirby.
Really?
And Kid he had a hand in Kid Icarus.
Everyone has their hand in everybody in Nintendo.
But no,
Especially Master Hand.
He made Kirby. Kirby was his creation. So that's why Kirby gets like a lot of love in the Smash Brothers games.
Oh, okay.
And that's why in like the new World of Light trailer, the only one who like lives through
Do
the
you think
apocalypse
there's a reason
is Kirby.
why? Do you think there's a reason why Waluigi's not in the Smash Brothers games?
Because they don't. Because it's a meme, and they know it's a meme, and they're not gonna like.
Why is the Piranha Plant a character? They gave a.
Well, the Piranha Plant is the most iconic enemy, save for maybe the Goomba.
I get that, but they gave a plant in a pipe feet.
It's fun. I love it. It's such a joke character, and I'm
If
all
you have
about
a problem with that, do you have a problem with the Piranha Plant in Mario Kart?
I have a problem with that entire Mario Kart because that's not actually Mario Kart.
It's not Mario Kart because I'm only good at the 64 one. No consoles exist after the N64.
Don't ask questions if you don't want the answers, gentlemen.
it. No, so
it out there.
All right, so the fucking nostalgia blind loser over there, who you know his systems can't even go above 9 gigs RAM. So
I mean, I will say though.
actually, sorry, 9 megabytes RAM.
I will say though the soundtrack
I'm a simple
in
guy.
Mario
Oh, dude, the
64
soundtrack in Mario Kart 64
multiplayer,
and
that is one of my
ooh,
all-time favorite songs.
Oh, the best. Oh, I love when my system can't even handle 3 people on the screen at once. They have to turn off the sound.
I don't know which joke from college has been beaten more. Is it Superman Goldfinger or is it
Or
the
your dick.
soundtrack in Mario? No, that one's still growing strong, Dexter. Have you noticed how the on Facebook you'll have like Alibaba and the Wish app advertise things to you?
Oh my
I've
god!
noticed that I have gotten some rather interesting things advertised to me. And for what I understand, everything that is advertised to you is based off of either your search history, there is conspiracy that, is it conspiracy that the phones are listening to you? Like my one friend had a
it's
conversation
definitely
about
the
dog
truth.
food, and then boom, it's being advertised to them.
It has to be true.
My most recent one, I had a great price on cow castration pliers. And that was advertised next to like a random assortment of like washers or just something hardware. Cow castration pliers.
Why not?
Which, by the way, it is up on our Facebook page and Instagram as well. Check us out, facebook.com/ShibbyShackOfficial and ShibbyShackOfficial at Instagram. You can check out the pictures.
I just
look at
wanna
a
know-
plug fucking sellout.
I just want to know what the hell I searched to get to that, or what the hell I said. The only thing I could think
say it
of.
here.
The only thing I could think of is I mentioned I go back and forth on wanting children, and I think what was I talking? I was talking to someone about. I was
Now,
talking
Spencer, that's not how you circumcise a child.
to. Hey man, this is the Wish app. You don't gotta tell me. You might want to let them know. But I think I was talking to someone about like mass farming and we were talking about how we try and be better people by shopping at local farmers markets, but when it's convenient to us. College Humor actually did a whole video about it. How like, yeah, I totally buy organic free range as long as it's not too pricey. But yeah, I definitely go to the farmer's market unless it's raining. I don't know. But I'm the kind of guy that will like go to a restaurant And if they have like the biography of the life your chicken had, I would love to read it.
It's like, I don't fucking care. Give me chicken.
Oh, no, I do care. I love that stuff. But then
Why?
the next day, why? I don't know. It's cool. It's like it's kind of like workers' rights. Nah, I don't know.
Here's
They give them a
chicken
good
number
life.
1652.
Workers of the world unite.
His name was Steven.
It was a free-range chicken,
And he was delicious.
which is apparently a thing, but now he's in my belly.
Well, yeah. There's the farm chickens that just live their lives and just strapped to whatever mechanical thing.
I don't fucking care. If it tastes good, it tastes good. I really don't care.
Well, I'm just a giant hypocrite. Then the next day I'll go eat McDonald's because I was too lazy to pack lunch. So I do things when it's convenient to me. But I also noticed on this Wish app, so cow castration pliers. I also had the Wish app flat out advertise me a meth pipe, which might go back to my running joke that we need to do the right thing as a progressive society and legalize medicinal meth.
It has to be.
I think it should. Think about it. You don't need to give out free dental care if people don't got teeth. It's perfect. But either way, the Wish app on Facebook advertised a little. I think they called it. I don't even know what they called a water pipe. But I mean, it wasn't even subtle. It just looked like a little test tube with a ball at the end of it, where you would put. It was a crack pipe.
Totally not crack pipe, tobacco pipe.
10 out of 10 best not crack pipe on the market. Like I've had
Your one weird friend Steve said, "Yeah, I totally use this for tobacco and tobacco only."
Yes, obviously.
Our one weird friend Steve.
I wasn't talking about him. I was just thinking of generic name.
Ooh, I just got a Wish app show up on Facebook. So the things that I have that are showing up for whatever reason are a seatbelt extender,
Dick.
latex pants.
I get that one all the time too.
For
Bob, what do you
whatever
do on
reason.
Saturday?
Want to go get latex pants?
I don't even want to know what this thing is.
I kind of want to take. It looks like it's an extendable. I mean, it looks like it's just
Looks
supposed
like
to
some
be a
sort
pointer.
of like BDSM thing.
It looks like I don't know. I think it's just an innocent pointer. Do you have the Wish app installed in your phone?
No, I don't have
Let
the
me
app.
see.
Do you want to see?
I asked to see, and you're just sitting there going, "I don't know. I think it's this." Let me
Man,
fucking
you're
see.
grumpy today.
It's just a.
It looks like an extended pointer thing,
Yeah, it's just
but
That or maybe a walking stick for a blind person.
that could be too.
So, you're Bob, the seatbelt extension wearing, latex loving blind guy.
Pretty much. Let's see.
Did you look up Wish or did you just stumble upon it?
It was just an app that popped, or an ad that popped up. Looks like a batting
stumble
glove,
upon still a thing.
wine cork,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember. It actually was
phone
being
lock,
taken down.
power tools.
There's still the
Climbing things.
random button on Reddit.
I get these things all the time, and I don't know what they are.
Those are automotive catch cans. That's meant to in your car. There's pressure that builds up in the engine just from everything going on in it, and that needs to be relieved. Old school, you just relieve it to the atmosphere, but this pesky little thing called the EPA didn't like that, so it gets recirculated back into your air intake, which is kind of like giving your engine gives itself cancer. Now with modern. Long story short, old motors were actually better at fighting off the carbon buildups than modern ones because they're direct injection. And so the catch can is that a dog for $20?
Apparently.
That's just you could buy a dog on the Wish app for $20. Like I know this is China and all, but Jesus Christ. No, but anyway, the catch can
What if you need dinner plans?
well, prepare to be waiting for 3 months for dinner because I've ordered stuff on the Wish app. They take their sweet ass time.
You actually ordered off of that?
Oh, absolutely. I was curious.
What did you order?
I ordered a do you ever see do you ever see those little it's like a little clip with a camera lens on it that you put over your phone to give it a fisheye look. It was like $3 and I'm like, this will look great for Instagram.
How many times have you used it?
I lost it already.
Good, fantastic.
I don't know, but I've ordered a random assortment of C-clips, of washers, of O-rings, just kind of things that I don't need, but if you break one of those things or if you lose it, like C-clips are very prone to just flinging away and are impossible to find. So I ordered stuff like that. So my question, sir, then is, have you had anything advertised to you on the Wish app that was strange?
Not really, because
I'm a good, wholesome Christian. I don't look up bad things on the internet.
I don't go to strange places on the internet. No, it's because I've when I do online shopping, Is she like, I'll shop for my parents around Christmas or their birthday, or
They
I'll
would
get
love.
something for her.
I'm telling you,
And
your
all I
parents
get is
would
like
love-
jewelry and sports stuff. That's it.
Have you thought about getting this black latex mask with zippers? I'm sure good, wholesome family.
For all your gimpy needs. For whenever you're an extra in Pulp Fiction, you need to just do a big black dude in the ass.
I have a feeling that now that we're talking about this, it's going to sit there and get us all ads for like
The Wish app is just metaphorically taking
dildos
notes. Like,
and-
okay, keep going. Take it in the ass. Yeah, okay, got that.
okay,
Good,
cool,
good.
dildo,
Yeah, right.
latex, butt
gonna-
stuff,
Sounds
It's
like
gonna give
you
me-
need lube.
black penis.
It's gonna give me the screen print from Pulp Fiction where they're doing that dude in the butt, and it's like, buy the official screen print, $500. No.
So
I remember being on CartoonNetwork.com like way back in the day, and they used to sell panels or like panels from like Ed and Eddie. So you could buy like official
Wait,
Ed and Eddie panels
on
on
CartoonNetwork.com.
CartoonNetwork.com. They were like
Wow.
$300 for them, but like they were official panels from like the show.
Sure, that's awesome.
I mean, now I probably would have like looked into it, but when I was a kid, I was like, wow, one day I'll be rich enough to buy that, and I'm like, I don't even know where the fuck that could be.
We don't need to touch that one. But no, speaking of strangely advertised things,
Oh, I was like, I have the thing here that we were going to talk about earlier.
Well then, let's talk about that thing.
So I was on Reddit today, and they went over what everyone was voting for, like which newcomer they most excited for, which Echo Fighter, returning veteran.
What's an Echo Fighter?
Echo Fighter just means a clone.
Oh, okay. So like Ganondorf and I know this.
Captain Falcon.
Damn it! I knew it.
But no, Ganondorf is not an Echo Fighter. They changed his moveset enough that he's different.
Well, he's slower.
Well, so like Echo Fighters now would be like Dark Pit to Pit, Daisy to Peach, Dark Samus to Samus, Chrom or Lucina to Marth.
There's a Dark Pit.
Yeah.
We needed a second pit in Super Smash Brothers.
Welcome to the club. Everyone else asked the same question.
I mean, they already pushed Kid Icarus so hard on that game.
It's
I
because
think-
Masahiro Sakurai he worked on the new Kid Icarus game, so he put it in because that was his preference. So out of actually, I think Bob, I told you them. Spencer, you might not have seen. I will give you
I
the
don't know.
7 new fighters.
Okay.
You let me know who the top 3 was. Just try to guess. So
in no particular
order, here are the fighters: Ridley from Metroid, Incineroar from the new Pokemon, the Inkling children from Splatoon, Simon Belmont from Castlevania, King
That's
K.
awesome.
Rool from Donkey Kong,
That's also awesome.
which is
Isabelle
badass.
from Animal Crossing, and Piranha Plant from Super Mario
the
Bros.
Soviets have access.
I want when she wins, I totally want like the communism theme to just start playing.
So I'm supposed to guess the 3 most.
So who do you think was number 1 out of those?
See, because I know so many people take these polls in satire. Like, I feel like everyone beefed. I'm gonna say Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plant was number 1.
Yeah.
Everyone they have embraced the meme. Who do you think was number 2? So this was like the true winner. Beyond the meme.
I gotta say the dude from Castlevania.
Castlevania, he was number 3.
Ooh.
Number 2 was King K. Rool.
You know what? That was stupid. I'm stupid. That was an easy second win. Okay, I got close though.
All right, so we'll give you let's do returning veteran Echo Fighter. Which one should I do? I'll do returning veteran because Echo Fighter is kind of boring. Richter Belmont, who is weirdly enough Simon Belmont. Richter Belmont, who's Simon Belmont's Echo Fighter.
Who are they?
What game is this?
Richter Belmont is Castlevania.
I have no
See,
idea.
I don't know Castlevania.
Castlevania was an old. It started off on the NES with Castlevania 1. Then it was Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, and then Castlevania 3.
So this is a returning fighter, though.
No, they're both new.
These are all brand new.
They're
Okay,
both
that makes
new.
more sense. I was like,
So
I
when
don't remember any of
when
them.
they announced Simon Belmont, at the same time they also announced Echo Fighter Richter Belmont, who he was the protagonist for Castlevania X
Gotcha.
on the Super Nintendo. And Dark Samus is a new one who's just Metroid. Ken Masters, who's an Echo Fighter of Ryu. Chrom, who is of Roy from Fire Emblem. And then Daisy for Peach.
There's so many other games that they could add.
I mean, for Echo Fighters, like I understand, like they want to give like other characters in the games like a shot, but like, they don't have enough of a moveset to be called their own. So it's kind of just like a glorified palette swap.
No, I
because,
get it.
Because, like, you know, I like it because there are times where it's like, I'll do the Daisy palette swap for Peach, but it still says Peach. And I'm like, oh, if it came up as Daisy and kind of like... So, like, they give, like, Daisy's attitude in her moves. So, like, some of her animations will be different, but it's still the same attacks, essentially.
Right. No, I get that having the same attack set. That's fine and all. I don't know. I just feel like some of the characters are just like, why? I'm really surprised they didn't add Waluigi. Like, I thought that would have been a great move. I really do.
I think they're just doing it just to say fuck you to the people who want, because it's very much so a silent majority that wants Waluigi. Well, he was already confirmed as a assist trophy.
Oh, okay.
As a what trophy?
Assist trophy.
Oh, that's
so in the games you can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's right. It's like a Pokeball, but when they're not Pokemon.
Exactly. No, I got you.
Oh, so like a. What do you mean? Because in
the games,
admittedly, I am not the most knowledgeable of Smash Brothers.
Yeah. So
what is it? What is an assist trophy?
So in Smash Brothers, like in all of them, the Pokeball was an item since the first game.
Right.
Where you throw out the Pokeball and a random Pokemon comes out and helps you. So they wanted that to be a thing, but for like other characters in the Nintendo universe, and you kind of can't have them come out of Pokeballs because that wouldn't make sense.
Right.
So.
True.
So like Waluigi and assist trophy, so it comes up.
So he's basically an item.
So yeah, so it comes up as like a little statue thing that has like this like
the Nintendo,
like a glass thing over it, and you pick it up and you go like that, and then a person will come out.
Wasn't he already?
And then help you fight in the game.
Wasn't he already?
Okay, that makes sense.
He was.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But he was confirmed again also as an assist trophy.
That's so disappointing.
I think they're also doing it as like a fuck you to people who want him, because when he was announced as an assist trophy, they were showing off assist trophies. And it was when Waluigi comes out and then somebody smashes him and it counted as a kill. And it says in time mode, certain assist trophies that you kill counts as a KO.
Right.
That's a new thing now. So when they introduced that, it was when they also showed Waluigi back again as an assist trophy. So I felt like it was kind of, because I know for Smash 4 for the Wii U, Sakurai was doing Miiverse posts, which was the Nintendo social media on Wii U. Which I love. I wish they kept that around. That was like my favorite thing.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Well, it's because the Wii U flunked, and then so I guess they thought that Miiverse wasn't.
They could have brought it over to the Switch. I mean,
Is it Miiverse fault?
Well, I mean, because the problem is also while the Switch tablet is technically touchscreen, but a lot of people play out in undocked mode. So I don't know. They really should have. I love Miiverse. Miiverse was one of my favorite things about the Wii U. Wii U, I love the Wii U as a console, but I can go into that about another day. So going back,
I mean, hey man, we got time.
It's not like we do a podcast or anything.
I'll talk about afterwards because I want to finish the Smash Bros. Thing. So out of the returning veterans, so these were characters who were in games before.
Joshua.
Yoshi was always in the games.
Yes.
Don't you worry.
Yes.
All right, so there's 7. Well, technically 6 because 2 of them are the same. So returning fighters in no particular order: Ice Climbers. Wolf, like Wolf O'Donnell from Star Fox.
Yes.
Young Link,
Mm-hmm.
Pichu, Solid Snake, Ivysaur, and Squirtle. They counted them as separately, but they're both part of the Pokemon trainer.
I hate that.
Charizard isn't in the Pokemon.
Charizard was its own character in 4. They got rid of Pokemon Trainer.
Oh, right.
Good.
I knew that.
Because
Pokemon Trainer's useless.
I loved Pokemon Trainer.
Hated Pokemon Trainer.
I loved Pokemon
Hated
Trainer.
it.
I loved the fact that you could switch between them. The reason why they got rid of it was because I want the Wii U and the 3DS version to be the same. And it fucking ruined the game, and it made it less fun because he's like, I want the character rosters to be the same, which just limited the Wii U version and then made it a less inferior game because he wanted them to be the same. But everything else about the games are completely different.
I didn't realize that the 3DS had Super Smash.
3DS had it came out first. Technically, he also sees them as their own games, not just the 3DS port and the Wii U port.
Right.
Yeah, because you could do 16 players. And
you could do 8.
16 player. Oh, 8?
8.
8 or
It was 8-player
16.
Smash. 8-player Smash.
Oh, now it's not
You
as
couldn't do
epic.
16.
Well, you could do 8 player, but have the 3DS as a controller,
You could use the 3DS as a controller, yes.
That's pretty neat.
which is pretty badass.
Which was cool, yes, but
right,
I
yeah,
just
8-player.
I hated the fact that they had to, because The Pikmin got limited from having 6 Pikmin to 3. Mm-hmm. Ice Climbers got cut out because it couldn't handle on the 3DS.
I mean, they were kind of useless anyway.
I love playing as the Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers are
really
back.
fun.
They're back. Don't worry.
Good.
I said that. Yeah, I said Ice Climbers were one of the returning. Yeah. In this new game, they brought back everyone that was ever in a Super Smash Bros. Game is back in this game.
Nice.
All right, so
Lucario.
So out of the veterans, I'll say it again: Ice Climbers, Wolf, Young Link, Solid Snake, Pichu, Ivysaur, Squirtle. Who do you think was number 1?
I would have to say.
I haven't seen this list.
Hit me with it one more time.
Sure. Ice Climbers, Wolf, Young Link, Solid Snake, Pichu, Ivysaur, Squirtle.
I'm going to say Ice Climbers.
You going to say Ice Climbers?
I'm going to say Ice Climbers as well.
Cool, you're both wrong. Ice Climbers was 4th.
Wolf?
Nice.
Wolf was 2nd.
Wow.
Pichu?
Pichu was 5th. Snake was 1st.
Oh,
Solid
yeah,
Snake
because I
was
remember
1st.
there was a big uproar that he
Solid
was taken
Snake,
out.
fun fact, was supposed to be in Super Smash Bros. Melee, but he couldn't get in there due to time constraints, and the only reason why Snake was even considered was because Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, formerly of Konami, now does his own game company, his kid loved Smash Bros. And said, I want to see one of your characters in the game. Hideo Kojima hit up Masahiro Sakurai and said, yo, Solid Snake, Smash Brothers? And he goes, all right, sure. This game's about to, he's like, next game. He's like, all right, cool. So that's why Solid Snake is in Smash Brothers.
That's adorable.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like that.
Badass.
That is
really
literally
like
the
that.
reason why he's in the game.
God, I want to play Smash Brothers so bad now.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this new game. And then I'm going to skip the main list survey. The top 50 DLC picks. So
50?
they announced there's going to be 5 DLC fighters for this new game. And they said after that, that's it. People are now speculating what these DLC fighters could be.
Right.
Before we get to that list, do you want to do a who would you love to see?
Who would you love to see as your main person in Smash Brothers?
So, like, I can choose any character.
Any
from
I would
character
say any
from
video game
any
character.
game, because third-party games are in the games now. So, any character from any game, who would you love to see in Super Smash Brothers? I'm going to withhold mine because it's on the list already. So,
I mean, this is definitely something I would need more time to ponder, but the first thing that came to my head, Bomberman.
Bomberman,
I think that'd be a really fun one.
That I could see that being, especially with
especially because
Link's
Bomberman,
Bomberman up B or
R
whatever,
is
where he
on
pulls out the bomb.
Yeah, it could be similar to how Samus just like drops the bomb too. Like he can just drop a bomb.
Bomberman is an assist trophy in the game,
That's cool.
so he is in the game.
No, I mean,
it's
well,
an
there's
assist
so
trophy.
many assist trophies. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but I would love to play as Bomberman. I think that'd be badass.
Bomberman would be cool. I agree. Bomberman.
I've already
Bomberman.
I've already seen the list.
Yeah.
And I know he's on it, but I would love to see Spyro.
Spyro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Spyro could be cool.
Because I grew up playing Spyro, and that would be so cool to have.
That's
Spyro Ignited Trilogy comes out tomorrow.
And
Sponsor us.
Actually, today, if you're listening to the podcast,
Hey, yeah, today, if you're listening to the podcast, I forgot. It's
Tuesday, November 13th.
Tuesday, November 13th. Spyro Ignited Trilogy is out.
And
Buy
you heard
now.
You heard it from us first, and that's why you're buying it. Tell your friends.
And Spyro's special would be, you know how like in the PS1 version he has to go around saving the other dragons and they're green and whatever?
played Spyro.
Really?
That's why.
Oh, man.
That's why I'm
really
looking forward to
surprised.
getting the trilogy because 1, she loves Spyro, and 2, I can actually play.
Well, because he has to go around and basically save all of the dragons in the world because they've all been turned into like this emerald thing.
Okay.
The special would basically turn all the other characters into the emerald, and after a short amount of time, they break out of it.
Yeah.
And,
That'd
that
be
kind
cool.
of stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
that'd be cool.
I'd be okay with that.
So I will say mine. Mine was clear. My number 1 want was number 1 on this list.
Waluigi.
Banjo-Kazooie.
I want Fix It Felix.
Fix It Felix.
Studio
Not Wreck It
Daddy.
Ralph. Fix It Felix.
Fix it. That's
Yeah,
not a video game.
no,
Wreck It Ralph is a video game.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is a video game.
Fix It.
Fix It Felix is the player.
Is
you
the guy
play
you
as.
actually play
They
as in the
actually
game?
made a video game based off it.
No, there
No,
was
the video
that
game
was a
came
video
first.
game, and then they made the movie off of the game.
Or the root beer man. The root
Tapper.
Tapper, yes.
What would he
haven't
do in the game? He would just sit at the end of the thing throwing root beers at people.
I feel like you're just.
I love it.
I feel like you're just choosing like
Spence,
the
you
one
gotta-
movie
you-
that's video game based.
You have to come to Barcade.
You have to go to Yestercade.
I've been
Oh,
to
yeah,
Yestercade.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Yestercade. We
I
went together.
have.
I played them at Yestercade.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun.
That would be cool.
I think
I never played them.
Hey,
I think
yes,
they're
you
like
can. You should
I think
totally
they're I think
sponsor
they're
us.
like stage obstacles. Tapper might be. I don't think Fix-It Felix is. Tapper might be.
I think Fix It.
But
Felix
I know
should
for
be.
Duck Hunt Dog, the Wild Gunman is one of his moves. It's like his B side, where he points and then a Wild Gunman comes out and like randomly just shoots someone. And that's also his final smash is that the bird hits people and then the Wild Gunman shoot up people.
Damn, that's controversial. I like it.
Nintendo.
Fun fact: there was actually a controversy for the new Smash Brothers, and they got rid of the thing people were upset about.
What?
What was they upset about?
Mr. Game & Watch had a Native American animation where they got rid of the little feather he had on his head.
The cultural appropriation.
That was a controversy the game actually did have.
Context.
And they just got rid of it.
Well, of course they did.
I didn't care enough. I'm like, whatever. Like, if
Whatever
that's
Tumblr
gonna...
wants, Tumblr gets. We got it. Context matters. Like, that was something from the original game. I think it's just the same way that you see... I had this discussion before about people walking old school Volkswagen logos from a controversial time, or people doing like... that was a moment in the game, and I think it's better to keep it in and worth recognizing and how times have progressed rather than just going and just having things banned. In fact, there was the one what was the governor that SNL made fun of that had the eye patch, and they flat out made he lost his eye.
He lost his eye during an IED in whatever war
right,
he was in.
and SNL pokes fun, and his response to it all I thought was fantastic because you had people just in uproar demanding an apology, and his response was along the lines of, we need to stop asking for apologies. They're obviously under enough heat. They're comedians. They flirt with the line and how far they can cross. They obviously crossed it this time, but for fuck's sake, stop with the apologies.
He was on SNL, did you know that?
I saw.
He was on the next
I
week,
saw.
yeah.
He
It was
on
pretty.
the-
It was pretty funny. His phone went off. I was playing Ariana Grande, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, that's my phone." Oh, did you know her or something? I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
No, no, and I thought it was cool that they had him back on, or they had him on the show too, as like, I guess retribution. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
But no,
They also
So-
brought, like, when he was talking, I liked how he brought up Pete Davidson's father, I believe. Who was
He was a
veteran.
9/11
Was he a
9/11
9/11?
first responder. He died during it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it was cool that he like brought it up, and you could even tell that like Pete Davidson broke character, and he's just like, "Huh, man, wow," you know what I mean?
yeah.
it was pretty cool.
So, I wanted to share some of my personal favorites off of the DLC fighter list.
Okay.
So these are people pick to be in the game. I laugh at these because I know they will never come in, and they're stupid for thinking so.
I love this list.
They're stupid for thinking so, and I want to slap them for picking them. Number 10 overall was Steve from Minecraft. No.
That would be kind of cool.
No.
That'd be kind of
That
awesome.
would be
No.
pretty cool. I like it.
No.
Why?
I-
What's
no.
wrong with that?
Why? He doesn't need to be in it. It's
Well,
stupid.
No one needs to be. You don't need 5 different versions of Pit either, but that's what you got in it.
There's only 2 versions of
I don't
him.
give a
There's
shit. You-
okay.
You
Fine.
don't need Dark Pit either. He's stupid too, but
fine.
at least he fits in the
15
Nintendo
versions of
canon.
Link.
There are 3
just like-
versions of Link, actually.
Yeah. Young.
Toon Link, regular Link, baby Link.
Yeah,
This
it's
Link.
Young Link, and Toon Link. You fucking buffoon.
At least those are actually different characters within the
They
same
do the
game.
same
They're not
thing.
just. They're not
They
just
do
one character,
The same thing.
and then the dark character, and then the.
yeah, Dark Link.
Wait,
Dark
that's
Dark
its own
Link's not a
character.
character.
That's
Dark
not
Link is not
character.
its own character.
Yeah.
Dark Link is just a skin swap.
Oh, is it
That's
really?
like
Yeah.
when
Whatever.
you pick skins. That's literally just one of them.
Either way, there's really no point for 15 million Links. Link is Link, regardless of if
I
he looks
like
like
that
a fucking
game. That's
cartoon
okay.
or a young kid or whatever.
I like that game, therefore it's okay.
Excuse you, Young Link has fire arrows and regular Link doesn't. It's pretty fucking different.
Oh boy, they probably do the same amount of damage.
Actually, and
Flaming
also
arrows.
regular
Ciao.
Link has remote bombs compared to the other ones because Breath of the Wild.
Really?
Because this newest Link's based off of Breath of the Wild,
I should play
which
that
is
game.
technically a different Link than the rest. He plays very differently. So eat shit, Bob.
I really don't care.
You're wrong. You're dumb. And I just imagine what was that? The horse from Family Guy. No. I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to say all that. All right, some more stupid ones I saw
did.
there. Number 7, Waluigi, because I'll never be in the game. Fuck you. 13, Phoenix Wright. He's in Marvel vs. Capcom. He's fine in there. 16, Shadow. Get out of here, Sonic fans. You suck. 17, Doomslayer, the guy from Doom. Why?
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
He's just so out of place.
Solid Snake is in there.
Yeah, but they made it. He's funny because he hides in a box, so it's like he fits in with the cartoony people. Doomslayer just murders like demons because he wants to get out of hell.
That could be funny.
Like no,
it's the fun hell.
this is like the character that was supposed to be in all
Beanie
of.
with a propeller on
This
it.
is
Wee!
the chorus kids from Rhythm Heaven. That was supposed to be a character that was supposed to be in the game since Melee, but they just never could put him in.
Chorus kids of who's a what now?
Rhythm Heaven.
What the hell is
fuck
that?
is that?
It's a rhythm game that Nintendo does.
Well, I could use my context clues.
They're
Thank
literally
you.
just little white blobby people.
I saw
They-
Sans.
Yeah, Sans. I was gonna say number 27, Sans the Skeleton.
Because
I'm
no-
okay
no,
with that though.
no, fuck off. I hate the Undertale fandom.
I
They're the
do
worst.
too.
They're literal cancer. Also, to keep up with the canon, if he gets hits once, he's out.
Oh, true.
So
Yeah, but imagine him being OP as shit, though.
he just never gets hit. Speaking of characters, just why? 24, Master Chief. Why?
Oh, come on, Master Chief could be cool. Yes, it would.
so
Yes, it would. He
I
could
would
be.
love that. Are you kidding me?
I would totally take a what was it? An Echo clone of Samurai or Samurai.
Samurai?
Samurai.
I know my game can't get clone of Samurai. Samurai the Skeleton. I don't know why I give you a redneck voice. All right, the stupid
That's
character.
the anti Master Chief.
So another really dumb character I don't want in it at all, even though I love him. 25, Goku. Goku from Dragon Ball
Goku
Z.
doesn't. No anime belongs in that.
And people are saying like, what? He could be like an Echo Fighter of Ryu, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think Ryu should be in the game either.
Yeah, that just didn't.
29 was Spyro, just so that you can have your love. there.
Spyro would be cool.
No,
I
see,
would
Spyro would be
love
cool.
Spyro.
I'm just letting Bob know that people voted for him. 30, which I think should have been in the game over Incineroar, who's the new Pokemon from Sun and Moon. Because now for every Smash Brothers, they basically put in whatever new Pokemon in for the game to promote.
We
it.
need Bidoof.
No, Decidueye, who was the grass.
What the fuck's a decision?
Gesundheit.
He is a ghost grass bird from the Sun and Moon.
They're
games.
really
Can
reaching
I see it
nowadays,
now?
aren't
No,
they?
it's
Can I see it
fucking-
at least?
Let me pull like a full picture of him. He's really cool because he just he creates a bow and arrow out of his skin and like shoots it. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's horrifying.
He just bends over, spreads his cheeks, and her boom.
Hold on 1 second.
Boom.
But
got
he's
my butt
the thing
arrows.
is he's in Pokken Tournament, which is like the
Incinerize,
Pokemon
use
Tekken game.
butt arrow.
So
It's super effective.
It kind of looks like a Skull Kid's cousin.
Skull Kid was also on that list, by the way. He was like number 6.
Ooh.
Skull Kid would be cool. I think Skull Kid would be a great
Right.
one.
I mean, that's too many Zelda characters.
Don't worry, they put in plenty of Fire Emblem.
Good. I love that game.
They have 4 characters from Fire Emblem Awakening. I think, they can tone
Is
it
there
down.
a reason for that? Was one of the
Well,
main...
Fire Emblem Awakening was kind of the Fire Emblem game to save that franchise. Because Fire Emblem as a franchise was going to go in the shitter, and they had one last ditch effort with Fire Emblem
And
Awakening.
they obviously put Fire
And that
Emblem in
game-
Smash Brothers to advertise Fire Emblem.
Well, yeah,
For
because,
people like me who are like, what the fuck's a Fire Emblem?
that actually, the reason, like Martha Roy in Melee, was the entire reason why Fire Emblem became popular in the West.
Yeah, no shit.
They almost didn't put him in the game. Japan didn't want him in the American version.
Oh, I'm sure.
They wanted them to be Japan-only characters, but then Nintendo of America was like, let's put them in and see
I'm
how
about
it
to say,
goes.
'cause
because they were really fun to play as, and then
That's
they kept
prime
them in.
advertising. I'm about to say Roy was my favorite character to
Well,
play as.
I'm saying that's why they whenever they have new games, they always throw in that character in Smash to advertise the games because they
No, I got
realized
that.
after the Fire Emblem one, it worked out really well. But the problem is now we're now in Smash technically 6, and we have Marth, Roy, Ike, Chrom, Robin, Lucina, Corrin. We have 7 Fire Emblem characters. It has more than Zelda.
Wow. They
Zelda-
really put. Is Fire Emblem still going strong as a series?
Awakening did really well. Then Fates happened. That wasn't as popular. Awakening was much better. Fire Emblem Awakening was good. That was actually also a very good game.
Like Aunt Jemima good? Like, good. Or is
Like-
that Popeyes? I forget. Anyway, it was goddamn finger licking, dick sucking good.
It thought outside the bun. It loved to see you smile. It let it have it your way. But no, so yeah, there's it's loving it.
Guys, I really want to
It was fresh, never frozen characters.
I also just a complete side note. I'm on a bunch of car forums, and one of the biggest questions on like every forum is, "What kind of oil do I use?" And Jemima synthetic. It's my go-to answer. Continue your moment.
Thank you. Here, that was funny.
I chuckled
for a change.
I do that. So, what was I going to say? Oh, so yeah, so number one was Banjo-Kazooie. All right, so quickly, just going through this because I don't want to be on this too long. Other stupid characters. There's one called Marks. He looks like a clown. I don't know what he is.
First name Carl.
He's just this weird clown guy named Marks.
Nope.
No.
Dude, can we actually get Karl Marx in Super Smash Brothers? Hold on. We're on to something here.
Yeah, Isabel's already in the game. Don't worry.
Oh, exactly. His final smash is just like the gulags appear around you and everyone just dies.
So then this is
rated E for everyone.
So this is the part of the list. I'm just going to read off from 44 on to 50 because these are literally just why would you want this in the game? 44, Heihachi from Tekken. No, we don't need any more other fighting game characters. He is the main bad guy in Tekken.
We need Ivy from Soul Calibur.
Stop.
Because the Bobs.
45.
Hi, Bob.
Sceptile, the third evolution grass starter from Gen 3 of Pokemon.
So specific.
He wasn't even he was the least popular one out of the starters from Gen 3.
Are you trying to say that trolls go on these posts?
Lists?
46.
No. Never.
Porky from Mother 3.
That's fantastic.
He sits in a machine the entire time. Why would he fight? 47, King Boo. I don't know what Boo's moveset would really be.
I could see a Boo. I don't know about King Boo.
48.
Why not the Koopa?
Egelgard. I don't even know where she's from, but she looks like a generic RPG girl. I don't know who she is. 49, Joker from Persona 5.
I never saw that coming.
All right, you know what? This is the end of the podcast. Never saw Spencer make that joke for the 50th time in a row.
Well, it's been a while. What a rehead. You're the one that brought up Persona.
Well, I'm saying because. But I'm looking at this list and I just see Joker putting on his gloves. I'm like, why? Why?
What if we had the Batman's Joker?
No.
Yes.
And then number 50 was Solaire, the guy from Dark Souls, who says praise the sun.
Never played.
Because he got his own amiibo, so people were like, "You should be in the game." I will say, out of this list, a fighter I never thought of that would love to be in the game.
Dark Souls was a Nintendo game?
It is now.
Oh,
they brought over Dark Souls Remastered. A fighter from this game, a fighter from here that I never thought of that I would love in the game. Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes. He is super cool, and he would have a cool moveset. He has a beam sword, and he's kind of like a Mr. Cool Guy person.
Oh, what's up?
Mr. Cool Guy. What's going on, man?
But no, like his games are cool because it's all about he's working up the ranks of mercenaries to become the top mercenary.
What?
And
I just thought of one. Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe would be really cool.
Right?
He would be cool.
Especially
but he's already in the Marvel vs. Capcom games. There's a weird...
How is he Marvel or Capcom?
He's Capcom.
He is?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a Capcom game.
I guess, well, you know what, I was attributing, because I guess Marvel and DC are more comic booky based, but Capcom is more video game based.
Well, Marvel vs. Capcom has been a series for a long time.
That I'm well aware of.
Yeah, which I love that series. Which I think also, I think there's some weird licensing issue between like fighting games and having characters in. I thought that was always a thing because Mega Man wasn't in a lot of the future Marvel vs. Capcom games, but then he became in Smash.
Here's one.
But Ryu's also in the game, so I'm like, that's weird because Ryu's in like every Capcom fighting game.
I forgot his name, but the main character from Psychonauts. Throw that one out of nowhere.
He was actually, I think he was on that list actually.
What about the monkeys from Monkey Ball?
Super
Only
Monkey
if
Ball?
you could play like Ice Climbers, like the male and the female monkey. That would be badass.
Unk. What was his name?
Something
or
like
what
if you could play
Pokemon.
as one of the Dole bananas?
I mean, Diddy Kong can throw bananas.
I have never seen more fruity product placement, and I mean that in a literal sense. Fruit product placement in a video game.
Well, it's because they bought the rights to that.
What do you mean they bought the rights?
Dole bought the rights in Super Monkey Ball to put Dole bananas.
Oh well, no
on there.
shit. That's how advertising.
But when they
works.
remade it, they just left it blank because Dole didn't have the rights anymore.
I played
Oh,
that
see,
game.
I thought that was such a charming part of it. I thought that was a
Oh no,
hilarious
because Dole paid money to actually have that in the
Well,
game.
of course.
Yeah.
And then when they remade it, the contract was
Chiquita
up.
Banana
so.
was just like, it's ours now.
Well, that's why also for Punch Out on the NES, it's Mr. Dream now instead of Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson's contract ran out. So the only version of Mike Tyson that's in Punch Out is the original cartridge.
You don't think they could have just gave it to him out of artistic?
No.
Like, just,
No.
Why?
Well, also because when the
Royalties.
contract royalties won, and
So wait,
two,
hold on. Did they pay Mike
because
Tyson or did Mike Tyson pay? They
they
probably
paid
Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
I thought of this backwards.
But
in
then
my head.
also the problem was when his contract ran out, Mike Tyson was getting into trouble.
And it's fun getting into trouble.
I think he had the rape allegation at the time, and Nintendo was like,
And it's fun.
Mr.
getting into
Dream.
trouble.
They're like, Mr. Dream is the one to go
Mr.
with.
Dream, Mr.
I remember
Dream.
because I got the NES Punch Out on my Wii, and I was like, I want to fight Mike Tyson, and I like looked up the cheat codes to get to Mike Tyson. So I typed in the code, and I was like, all right, I get to fight Mike Tyson. And it was Mr. Dream, and I was like, who the hell's Mr. Dream?
Is that
And I
bald?
searched for hours online trying to figure out why the hell Mike Tyson wasn't in the game, only to find out that in future installments they had to take him out.
I thought Mr. Dream was that guy on the baking soda.
It's Mr.
Mr.
Clean.
Dream.
It's Mr. Clean.
Fantastic.
But you actually, that reminds me of something. Actually, do you want?
No, I was just going to say I played Super Monkey Ball for the first time last week.
It is so much fun
It
and
is-
also equally infuriating.
Oh my god!
Fun
yes.
fact
Yeah.
about Super Monkey Ball: it was actually a game recommended to surgeons for hand-eye coordination.
Really?
Yes, so surgeons would actually play that game before going into
Was this,
surgery,
like,
and they found it to be actually beneficial for them.
I bet, was this recommended by BuzzFeed? Like, who
No,
was
this
the
was like
person-
legitimate medical research done that surgeons would recommend them playing Super Monkey Ball, and it would
That's
help
pretty
them
cool,
with their
actually.
Well, it's
hand-eye
really, I
coordination.
mean, all Monkey Ball is, I mean, you remember the old wooden game? It would be a wooden maze with the marble, and there were little holes that you try to avoid
Yeah.
with it. And that's all. Monkey
It's a
Ball
fu-
is just
it's a very
virtual
fun game.
Oh, it is, but Monkey Ball is just a virtual version of that.
You know what's a super fun quick game like that Spencer and I played at PAX that's freaking awesome? WarioWare.
WarioWare?
Yes.
Spencer and I were
WarioWare.
playing
Yes.
WarioWare with each other.
Fantastic.
And oh my god, it's so much fun because it's just like boom, 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 minigame. Oh, you doing it not quick enough. Oh, you lost a life. Oh, you're up. Oh, no, you're going to lose life too. Okay, you're up again. Oh, you lost a life if you lose. you just sit there like,
really-
ah!
It's really like the epitome of like the talk. It's if you could have the fast talking salesman in video game form, that's what that game would be.
What are they called? The people who talk super fast? Auctioneers?
Oh yes,
Call
the
them?
auctioneers.
It's basically auctioneers the game. so the game would be like, don't get stepped on, and you have a little character, and then like a foot comes down, or it's like dodge the rain, and there's an umbrella, and you have to stay under it without like getting hit by the rain. You know all the mini games in the WarioWare stage in Smash Brothers? It's like that.
Okay.
So it's like shoot the balloon, and you have to like move the target, hit the balloons, but all the games are like 4 seconds long. So you have to like quickly
Don't get caught by mom.
So you have to like quickly do all these stuff like super fast, and they don't really tell you the controls either. So you kind of have to like wing it a lot of the time.
I love that.
And it was so.
Oh, I love
Spencer
that.
and I was sitting there. Neither of us have never played WarioWare before.
Gentlemen, instead of Mario Party,
I don't own a WarioWare game. We have to buy one.
I have. I could dig up my GameCube. Can we stream with the GameCube? We'll figure it out later.
We'll
But I'm
figure it
saying
out.
this would
Because
be a
there was
fun one.
Game and Wario for the Wii U that I really want because they have a lot of fun games on that.
Right.
That's where like the really cool version of Gamer comes in, which is where you play the game, but you also have to watch out for mom trying to find you playing your game.
Oh, dude, that one was
That is so much fun.
that was like anxiety driven.
Oh, dude, it's so great because you have to sit there. You have to play. You have to also play a game on the tablet, and you have to like try to win the game there. You have 3 lives in because if you lose those, you like lose the game. But at the same time, you have to look up at the TV and make sure like mom doesn't catch you playing the game. But also, you can't like hide for too long because if you're hiding when mom's not looking at you, your like sleep meter goes up and you'll like pass out.
You can run out. Well, I mean, these are all fast paced things, so you can run
Yeah.
out of time.
That's really cool.
dude. It's so much
And
fun.
the mother figure, so it's pretty much like the
There's
way.
a Smash Bros stage on it.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Yeah, that's why
Have you
where it's
seen
like
that
don't
one?
get caught by mom in the Smash Bros stage where like she'll come out of the TV
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like her line of sight will like go across the stage or whatever. Like, yeah, that's...
And it's like an instant kill if you're caught in the sight.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun.
But it's
I
so
love
creepy because it's just the shadow of a mother with piercing eyes, and it really brings you back to when you were like 10. It really brings it back
like,
to
it starts
sneaking Game Boy underneath.
Yeah.
I had my plug-in light and everything. Like, Mom will never know.
It's so great because it starts off with like the door opening. It's like the cat pops in, or your grandpa, or like the mom pops in, and then it's like she'll be walking outside and open up the window quick, but then it gets fucking insane where she comes out of the TV and then like walks across the room as a giant and then sits down, starts to watch TV, and then she comes out of the TV while she's watching it, and then like she'll read the newspaper and she comes out of the newspaper and shit like that.
Yeah, no, it's
so good.
It's like terrifying, and I love it. I actually did almost burn my house down trying to sneak from my there was this time where I used to read books.
Wow. Don't look, Mom, I'm reading a book.
Well, I know, smooth segue. No, but it's just I used to have. I had this blanket. I called it my white baby. It was my. I don't know. Looking back, I guess it's a weird name
All right,
for a
Linus.
blanket.
You're weird.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Did you make it into a sports coat?
Was
That's what Linus did with his
You
blanket.
did. No, I burnt mine instead.
You really loved it.
I called it my white. I had a blanket as a kid. I called it my white baby. That's just what I.
I missed that part.
That's really, really adorable. But in 2018,
I know.
yikes.
I know, because as I was thinking about no, but I mean, I was also a child when I had it, so.
Oh no, you're good. Trust me, you're fine.
Fuck you.
You're
people.
fine.
But either way, I had a
Whatever
really.
say, white baby.
I had a really bright reading light, and just bear in mind this was before LED and whatnot, and so like I kind of to muffle. I wanted to read. I was reading the hell is it? With all the kids have bad luck. Series of Unfortunate Events.
I like those books.
I love those books, and so I was reading them, and I put my blanket. I muffled the light with my blanket. And I came in, or my dad just came in like after probably 20 minutes because he flipped on the light. I didn't even realize, but the blanket was smoldering from how hot the light got. And like because the smoke rises, I guess I just didn't really smell it. But he thought I was about to burn the house down. He was pissed. And
Rightfully so.
Yeah,
You burnt your white baby.
I did.
What a shame.
They threw it out. It was devastating, man. It was fucking devastating.
I can imagine 2018 Spencer screaming, "My white baby! Why's it gotta be white?"
Oh, I swear it was all supposed to be wholesome. That story was supposed to be. You know what? I haven't even thought about
Good
that
old
thing.
wholesome burning your house down. Burning down white baby as your dad yells at you and beats you for burning the house down. That's some wholesome family time you need.
The last part didn't play out that way. But I don't know. I haven't thought about this blanket. So thank you for rehashing hiding stuff from my mom and pissing off my dad.
I really want to play a game right now.
We could play a game.
Gamer.
I think we should. I was gonna say after the podcast, we should totally play Smash Brothers. Maybe not stream it, but
Yeah.
because how can we tell people to listen if we're recording and releasing this tomorrow?
Plus
Very true.
my computer's down anyway, so it's fine.
R.I.P.
There was also another thing that happened in entertainment news today. You said it earlier. The first trailer for Detective Pikachu dropped.
Yes.
I am 100%
Yes.
on board.
Really?
I am ready. I'm eating this shit up. Might be a good movie. Probably won't, but I'm going to have fun with it anyway. Right?
I'm excited.
I know they couldn't get Danny DeVito to do it, and I know he didn't want to do it, but Ryan Reynolds, I feel like, was a good second choice.
It's just such
Wait,
a.
was Danny DeVito ever actually thought about?
No,
as,
it's
like,
that
as
was, it was
serious?
it was the big meme that
was a
they
meme.
wanted Danny DeVito.
I would
to,
love, and I know we talked about this on the show, but I would freaking love
When I was
to
younger,
have Danny DeVito as Pikachu.
when I was younger, my friend and I came up with a movie idea of just have a blank room, have Danny DeVito in it, and just let him do whatever for 2 hours.
It probably would work.
So what the hell do you want me to do in here?
It would
do
basically
whatever.
turn into Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny.
So he would just start yelling about why he's in this room for 2 hours. So I forgot like the other stuff that we came up with, but I just like that.
Well, I can see a sequel with I can't think of them, but what's a guy that talks like this?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes, the sequel could be those two, them two.
Gilbert Gottfried
out.
as like Evie. It's like,
what if Gilbert
it's
Gottfried?
a cute little Evie. What's going on? Have you seen Jafar?
What if Gilbert Gottfried was a Pokemon trainer? I'm on a big adventure.
Wow, that voice is annoying. I can't believe that you're the one who can actually understand me. Let's go find out who took my dad. Pikachu, I choose you.
Perfect.
You know, you could just tell me, point to me the person I got to take care of. I know I'm going to electrocute the Pikachu. You Thunderbolt. All right.
Thanks.
For you, I'll do it.
Thank
Okay.
you. No, the only thing that I'm not weirded. I don't. The whole detective, like the plot of the movie, it's Pokemon. Like, why did they have to go with a detective plot with a Pokemon movie?
Because
based off the game.
It's based off the game.
There's a game.
There's a game called Detective Pikachu.
I am severely uninformed.
You are.
Cool.
That's what the whole thing started with. That
Sums up
It's
this
a
one.
Japan only game though.
no,
right?
it came to America.
Oh, did it?
Well, I'm not the only one that's
What?
uninformed.
You were Pikachu solving murder mysteries with a kid.
All right, that's kind of badass.
Second question: why is that a thing?
Why isn't it
not?
a thing?
Because Pikachu is a fun.
There's also a
it is,
Detective Pikachu amiibo.
I'm sure
really
there is. There's an amiibo of everything nowadays. But why is Pikachu solving crime mysteries?
He just threw that in the air.
Fantastic.
Oh my god.
Why is Pikachu solving? I don't understand the world.
Why
anymore,
not?
Man.
It's just something new and fun. That's something else. Also, I realized the other day I was on because it's a new month, so I like to go to the PS, like the PlayStation Store,
Right.
and see what the free PS Plus game is. And one of the games this month is Bulletstorm. If you remember that game, it was the Bulletstorm remastered edition with all the DLC.
Yes.
It's the free game, and one of the taglines for the game was, it reminds us that gaming is fun. And I actually got to think, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of lost nowadays that gaming could just be fun. Doesn't have to be anything like,
You don't need to.
why are you doing this? Why is the story bad? Why is it? It's just
No, times have
fun.
definitely gotten hypercritical. Because I mean, I remember like back in the N64 days, even the GameCube days, they were all striving for hyper realism. And now that we've achieved semi decent realism, we all want the nostalgic feel of what was vintage video games.
Yeah, because like Bulletstorm is just, it's, I doubt, Spencer, you know what Bulletstorm was. Bob,
no.
do you remember what Bulletstorm was?
Vaguely.
So Bulletstorm was made by the people who made Gears of War, I believe, and which that game also just bland, gray, shoot behind cover walls. I love Gears of War too. It's a fantastic game, but like,
But that's what people want.
Gears of
that's
War
what,
was so innovative though because of the cover system.
yeah,
that people thought they wanted that at the time, though. Even Grand Theft Auto, the Liberty City, whatever.
Oh yeah.
It was also pretty. The entire color palette was a brown scale. So
Yeah.
like,
yeah. So Bulletstorm,
that's how we realized gritty realism.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Gritty.
Not that gritty. That's orange.
that one, I
Doesn't
think.
count.
Fucking love
I'm
Gritty.
still not about him. I hate him.
Oh,
I'm
I
obsessed.
only love Gritty because how Philly, the progression of Gritty in Philly, how
It
Philly,
went from overnight to, why is this abortion on my screen, to I would take a bullet for this thing.
well, no,
Hell yeah.
and it only happened
Overnight.
I am
because-
the epitome of that too.
because Philly was like, this thing is stupid, and then people outside of Philly were like, this thing is stupid, and then the people in Philly were like, "Aye, that thing's from us,"
Only we can find it stupid. I love it.
and now everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Phillies embrace the meme.
I don't even know if it takes that. I think
It's a
Philly-
distraction to tell you how shitty your hockey team is.
Really think it's more Philly just embraces loving things other people hate about their town.
Welcome to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
Everyone hates Philadelphia as a city.
Pretty much.
I actually went bar hopping there. It was a lot of fun.
So
See?
I never said Philly was bad. I said,
No. I know that. But everyone hates Philly. In the world, when you hear Philly, you think, "Duh, Philly, they're all assholes." But when you go there, it's a great place.
Hey man,
I love Philadelphia.
We went over to New Jersey last week, which is another place where like, oh, fist bumper.
We all live in New Jersey.
I
So
Anyway,
Bulletstorm.
back to Bulletstorm.
Right.
Bulletstorm is all about doing combo kills. So you have, it's like a laser lasso. So you can like pull people towards you, kick them in the air, go for a headshot, do bullet time, and the game's all about pulling off crazy ways to kill people.
But can you do Bulletstorm?
Start the X-Files theme.
I can't think you're going any harder than that.
But I remember playing it because it was like an Xbox 360 game, like way back in the day, and yeah, it was just a fun game. Like it didn't take itself serious. Like there wasn't any like secret ulterior motive of a plot. It was just there's a bad guy. You're a part of people who shoot guns. Do fun things to kill them. I think I remember one of the combos was called the Jeffrey Dahmer. Which was just like to dismantle somebody.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's so good.
That's fantastic.
It was one of my favorite ways to kill someone. It was like grab them, kick them towards a wall, ram into them where like their arms would pop off, and then like chainsaw the body in half, and then shoot the head as it pops up.
Maybe I did play this game. I don't know. It's all partially come back to me. Not enough where I can have a conversation or anything. I just wanted to mention the fact that I think I played it maybe once.
But it just reminded me of just like even myself and the way I actually talk about a lot of the games I play, where people are like, have you played these yet? I'm like, oh, no, it's on my to-do list. Like, I got to get through these other games. And then I sit there and realize to myself, I did say, I'm like, I'm just playing these just to get them over with. Like, there are games I'm playing where I'm like, they were fun, but now they're not. And I'm just doing it because I already said I would.
There is a point that you'll hit in the game where it's just like, it's about a completion thing. You just want to, even if you don't do it 100%, you just want to end it for the story's sake.
Because I'm in that way with a game I'm playing called Octopath Traveler, because I'm just hitting the point where, you have 8 people, but you only play with 4. I have the 4 I like.
Yeah.
The other 4 I don't give a shit about.
Well, it's funny. I'm kind of the same way where I am right now. I just got the new NASCAR Heat game, which again, okay, it's you drive cars in circles, neat, but they just added a dirt series and the truck series and the minor league series and all this other stuff. And you start out in dirt, you play that, you play in the trucks.
Minor league?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Did they have the T-ball series also?
It's kind of what the truck series is, but
do they have the Fisher-Price Hummer series?
I was going to look for the Tonka truck series.
I can explain
like
that off air.
those automated trucks that like kids can get, where there's like a Barbie version and then there's like the regular
Power Wheels.
Yeah.
I have seen so many videos.
Takes 8 years, but they'll get around that track.
I have seen so many videos of people like just taking Power Wheels cars and bombing down hills with them, and it looks like so much fucking fun.
I have one.
Oh.
I think we might need a amateur everything / Shibby Shack collab and try to soup that thing up.
Slash my first video.
Why not just call it Shibby Shack?
Dead serious, do you want to renovate it and make it actually fast and dangerous?
Or we could just bomb it down the hill and watch it break along with me also break. And then we can fix it.
It means too much to me.
Oh, we can't.
We have to soup it up then.
Sentimental.
Make it fast. Actually, it never worked.
300 cc's, burn!
Actually, on the Wish app, there's a whole bunch of motors that are for sale that are just like little 2-stroke jobs that we can totally
It's got a
swap
V8
onto
motor in it, burn!
Can we?
Swap motor onto it? Sure, of course.
Let's do it.
We probably have to build a frame for it, but we'll make it work.
I don't know what motors are the fast ones, so...
Spence, we chop the roof off of your old freaking car. Like, if we can chop the roof off a car, we can build a frame for a Power Wheel.
We have the technology. We can make it stronger.
We have the technology, but I don't want to spend a lot of money.
To the Wish app!
Fake knockoff parts, yay!
Hey, Wish app, sponsor us with all of your latex goodies, please.
Latex goodies.
Give us your personal massager set.
Maybe you send us some latex stuff. Maybe we do reviews. I don't know. I'm just
Can Bob fit in these latex pants?
Can Spencer breathe in this latex mask?
How long can Spencer take an entire podcast wearing the gimp suit?
Ball gags, do they work?
Can we host a podcast wearing
Welcome
ball
to
gags?
this episode of Shoot the Shibby. Bob, how are you? I'm great. Spencer, how are you?
Crack pipes, do they work?
We didn't tell you could talk. If you want to speak, you got to say the safe word.
Well, that's supposed to be a walking stick for blind people. Shut up, whips.
Not today.
Speaking
Does anyone
of,
not want to have children?
I was gonna say speaking. God damn.
Does anyone just not want to use their penis anymore?
I know it says it's for cows, but we can make
Speaking
this
of
work.
BDSM and going back to Gilbert Gottfried, did you guys see Gilbert Gottfried reads 50 Shades of Grey?
It's my
Yes.
favorite
Some
thing
of
in the
my
world.
favorite.
It's
fucking
fantastic.
Love that. I love that so much.
I love it when they have celebrities who are known for their
and
voice.
then he rubbed my clitoris. That was the best line.
I wonder. I'm sure he's been in dozens of interviews, but like, I just wonder what it was like growing up with a voice like that. I mean, obviously he over exaggerates it to an extent, but like, did he grow up being made fun of for it and whatnot, and then all of a sudden,
Just own it.
no, that's why I've learned a lot about
What did
life.
he actually even do?
He's a comedian.
I was just actually trying to
Comedian?
think.
He was comedian?
Yeah.
How is he funny though?
He has stand-up bits.
Because I literally just know him for being the bird in Aladdin.
Yeah.
Not so fast, Jafar.
It really is about being confident and owning who you are.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because sometimes you just meet someone and you're like, how are they funny or popular or this, that, but because they own who they are. They're not trying to be someone else.
like-
They're not trying to fit in. They are the people you fit in with.
Rolling back to Pete Davidson, I remember the first time I looked at him, like, wow, there's one ugly looking motherfucker. He looks like he's just on crack 24/7. And I was like, how do people like this guy? And then actually listened to his stand-up bits because I thought he just was a douche. And I actually looked up his stand-up
Ugly
bits.
people can be funny?
No, I said he looked.
They
he
don't
looked
have
like
much
a.
else going for him.
No, it was more so he looked like a weird douche.
I'm not
but
even
also
funny,
he
though.
was. I didn't know what he did, but I was like, he looks like just a douchebag, and I'm like, he's dating Ariana Grande, and I don't like her either. So. he's
Oh, is that
probably
the
a
one
douche
where
too.
the meme of like him like leaning up his nose against? Is that Ariana? No, that's.
The one who licked the donuts?
I'm just
That's
really,
Ariana Grande.
I'm just really bad at my celebrities.
But no, I mean, I just learned about Pete Davidson recently. But I actually started listening to his stand-up bits. He's freaking hysterical.
Good for him,
Oh
man.
my lord!
Sounds
He
like he's
said
got a lot
something
going on in life.
like I like dark humor. He even said something. I was like, ooh, and that was because there was two things he said that were also
Pete
great.
Davidson's the guy that had someone pass in 9/11.
His dad died during 9/11,
and he cracked
he
his
said,
joke. Yes,
he said,
yes, I know this man now.
He said the only way he can actually get off now is thinking of his dad dying on 9/11.
And you know what? I mean, to anyone that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's dark humor.
That's
the darkest.
I was like, that's a new low. That's a new way. Even I
don't
can't
even
go that
consider it
way.
a low. That's a flat out. That is him flat
That's
out
ballsy.
coping.
That's ballsy.
But is it though? Who's he going to offend? His dead dad? Like,
No, but I'm just saying, like, just saying that, like, I mean, granted, my dad was a first responder as well. Luckily, nothing happened to him besides just some breathing problems.
but what's
like,
great about that moment is all the Tumblr lords and all the SJWs that want to come back and fight down comedy. What are they going to do? Tell him to get over his dead dad some other way? Like that's the ultimate Trump ace of spades right there of dark humor. Nobody can tell him something without looking like a complete and utter jackass. And I love that. And I know that he knows that he had that as well. And that's why he played that card. And I respect the fuck out of him for doing that.
And he had the other one where it was Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart. And I guess they did a movie called Airplane, I think.
Something like that.
Something like that. And he said, your guys' movie was the worst thing that ever happened to me involving an airplane.
That's good.
And I just heard that. I fucking lost it. It's like, damn.
Because that's how some people cope,
It's
man.
so good.
It's just how some people cope. I'm not even anti SJW. I'm anti this war on comedy. And so when you have a situation like
I feel
that,
like SJWs wouldn't even be the ones to be offended by that. It'd be the people who make fun of SJWs who'd be the ones to get offended by that.
really, how so? I have
SJWs, because it's funny because
Social justice warriors.
SJWs are the people who don't give a shit about cops. So why would they give a shit about 9/11?
Fair. All right, fair point.
Yeah, but also
it'd be the other side that would technically get offended
but-
by that. It's the people who are like, "How dare you kneel during the anthem?" who would get offended by that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know, man. I just feel like there's certain people that just
There was no
try
trans
their
person that was
hardest.
being made fun of. The quote unquote SJW wouldn't care about a 9/11 joke. They're usually the ones making them.
That's fair. I got nothing for you. You got me.
Yeah. Well,
All right, boys.
I guess we should talk about what we learned today.
I think that's proper. Bob, would you like to go first?
Sure. I learned that I really need Frank Reynolds in a room by himself, or Danny DeVito in a room by himself as a movie for 2 hours. I would kill to see
It'd be
that.
a fantastic movie.
Sounds like more like a social experiment than a movie. I guess you can make it into a movie.
I'd pay to watch it then.
Me too.
And then I really need to buy a WarioWare game. They're fun.
They are a lot of fun.
Spence?
I learned that stuff cooked in black containers tastes way better when it's being shown
Cheesecake.
to you when you microwave your cheesecake in black containers. I learned that I'm very out of touch with my video games. I mean, I guess I didn't really learn that, but it's just been reiterated. That's all I got. There we go, boys. Cut, try, print.
Great.
That's a wrap.
That's all I learned
Fantastic.
today. Fantastic.
Well, I'm
fair
sorry.
enough.
What would you want if you were me? What would I have learned?
Something that we talked about on the podcast.
Thanks for narrowing
You
it
learned
down.
what characters you wanted to see in Super Smash Brothers.
There you go. That would have been acceptable.
You're welcome.
Not just narrating what you saw in front of you.
I didn't see shit in front of, well, besides the cheesecake.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The cheesecake.
I ended with saying how I was out of touch with video games.
Freaking Randy Newman over here just singing about what's in front of him.
And then there's Mike Holden's iPhone. I just
call
said
him
Mike.
Mike?
I was going to sing about Bob's Mike and then just end the episode.
What's
I'm
up,
done.
Mike?
Anyway, you've been
Don't
listening
kick the wolf.
to Shooting the Shibby.
Gotta piss fucking people.
Don't forget you can like us on Facebook at Shibby Shack, Facebook.com/Shibby Shack Official, I believe. Yeah. Instagram as well at Shibby Shack Official. Twitter, the Shibby_Shack.
It's you and I at the end part here. Usually it's you and Spencer.
I know, it's
What's
weird.
going on, Bob?
I like it. This
Let's
is
do our own podcast right
different, yeah.
now. What's up?
Welcome to Brian.
Welcome to Brian and Bob.
Brian and Bob.
Welcome to the two Bs.
The Killer Bees.
The Bobs and the Bees. If we ever do a podcast, it's the two of us. We're calling that episode the Bobs and the Bees.
Oh my god. I think that might need to be our Valentine's Day special. The Bobs and the Bees. Let's remember
Where else
that.
can you find us, Bob?
You can find us on iTunes. Like us, subscribe, give us 5 stars. Let us know what you want to see. Give us a review. Check us out on Google Music, Spotify, or Player.fm, TuneIn Radio, and of course our website, shootintheshibby.podbean.com. Special thanks to our friend Bethany at Crafter's Quest for making
Thanks,
our
Bethany.
awesome logo, as well as DJ Quads for making the
DJ Quads.
awesome music that you hear at the beginning and end of every one of our shows. Make sure to follow and subscribe to us on Twitch. We're at twitch.tv/Shibby_Shack. Every now and then we'll stream. We're in the middle of streaming until dawn. The next time we record is going to be Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday, that is the 12, 13, the 15th.
We're going to be recording Thursday, and then
That's the day before my
I
mom's
think
birthday.
we're going to have enough time, or right after that, we'll probably play some Super Mario Party to kind of like decompress a little bit.
Can I wear a mask and play?
Sure. Well, you can
Yes.
just sit where you normally do and play.
Okay.
You don't have to be on camera.
That's true. So every now and then
studio
we'll
attendee, everyone.
we'll stream. We're in the middle of streaming, obviously, until dawn. Like Brian said, we'll do Mario Party as well. So for one final time, for Spencer, who's MIA,
Taking the piss.
and for Brian,
Bye, everyone.
I'm Bob. Thank you so much for listening to Shootin' the Shibby. We will be back next week.
Have a great day.
Good night,
Spencer.
everybody.
I like to